True power knows no bounds. What does it take to run an operation smoothly? Good looks and charisma? Or the ability to say a lot without saying much at all? True power knows no bounds. What does it take to pursue your passion? Long hours of non-stop work or short bursts to charge you up? True power knows no bounds. What does it take to push the limits? An external beast to take it to the edge? Or does the real beast come from within? True power knows no bounds.
Family, this is me, Manu from MI India. I hope all of you guys had a great start to this new year, and I hope all of you are safe and are in good health. I'm delighted to welcome all of you to this incredible product launch of our latest Redmi Note series. But first, a quick word from all of us at Xiaomi. At MI India, we believe in making technology accessible to all. Education is a key enabler that can empower and secure the future of coming generations. And in the times of COVID, we firmly believe that no child should miss education due to lack of access to a smartphone. And hence we launch Shiksha Har Haath initiative that reinforces our commitment towards education for all. We are extremely proud to be partnering with Sonu Sood, who is not only a real, but a real-life hero. Under this initiative, we will together donate thousands of Redmi smartphones to kids across the country. And we encourage all of you guys to also participate. Just go and visit shikshaharhaath.com and you can pledge your old working smartphones. Additionally, you can also visit any of the Mi Home, Mi Studio and Mi Service centers, and you can donate your old working smartphones over there. These second-hand smartphones will be further refurbished by Mi India, and we will give it to the deserving students. All of this is possible because of your continued love and support towards us at MI India. I'm super happy to share that once again, MI India is the #1 smartphone brand in the country, a position that we have held since Q3 2017 for 14 consecutive quarters now. That's almost half the time that we have been here in India. Now, over the years, we have grown a lot and we have been refining our strategy continuously. Now, before we start, something fun for all our Mi fans watching us live. During this launch event, we are going to ask 10 different questions, and all you need to do is answer them correctly using the 5 hashtags Redmi Note 10 Pro Max, Redmi Note 10 Pro, Redmi Note 10, 10 on 10, and I love Redmi Note. And you get to win 10 Redmi Note 10 Pro Max. So this is the time for question number 1. Answer this question using the 5 hashtags Redmi Note 10 Pro Max, Redmi Note 10 Pro, Redmi Note 10, 10 on 10, and I love Redmi Note, and get a chance to win the amazing Redmi Note 10 Pro Max. One of the most important steps that we are taking is separating Mi and Redmi brands and establishing them as 2 separate independent brands. Redmi and Mi have different ideas now executed by different product, marketing, and business teams. The Redmi brand's idea and aim is to democratize technology. And we are able to do this because we have built the Redmi brand on 3 core strong pillars. Redmi brand offers the best specs available in the market. Our products are of the highest possible quality, and we sell them at an honest price. And one of the most legendary products from the Redmi brand is the Redmi Note series. These three brand pillars make our Redmi Note series a very beloved product. In fact, if Redmi Note was a standalone independent brand, it would probably be the third or fourth largest brand in the country. This is the time for question number 2. Answer this using the 5 hashtags and get a chance to win the Redmi Note 10 Pro Max. Redmi Note series has sold more than 200 million units across the world, and we aim to deliver this excellence a lot more to all our Mi fans. Now, the time for question number 3. Answer this question and don't forget to use the 5 hashtags to win a Redmi Note 10 Pro Max. Each and every Redmi Note has carried with it a bit of future and has redefined the mid-premium segment. From Redmi Note 4G, which was the first 4G device under 10K, to Redmi Note 3, which was the first Qualcomm Snapdragon 650 processor phone in the world, to Redmi Note 5 Pro, which was the first Qualcomm Snapdragon 636 with a dual camera setup, Redmi Note 7 Pro, which was the world's first 48 megapixel camera sensor, to Redmi Note 8 Pro, which was the world's first 64 megapixel camera sensor. Every single time we have pioneered the technology in the mid-premium segment. Time and time again, the Redmi Note series has proven to be the de facto standard of smartphones in the mid-premium segment. Today is no different. Today, we are here to bring a revolutionary change to the mid-premium segment with the all-new Redmi Note 10 series. Now, before we start, let me tell you the 5 hashtags that we are using for the day. If you're tweeting, posting anywhere on social media, we would request you to use these 5 hashtags. What are these? Hashtag Redmi Note 10 Pro Max, hashtag Redmi Note 10 Pro, hashtag Redmi Note 10, hashtag 10 on 10, and hashtag I love Redmi Note. So let's start with the best and the brightest. Presenting to all of you guys, the Redmi Note 10 Pro Max. A beauty. Let's get into all of its incredible details. And of course, we have to start with its magnificent camera. From a 12 MP to a 48 MP to a 64 MP, the Redmi Note series has always been at the forefront of the camera technology. So what can we do to make the camera even more amazing? What makes a new camera an absolute showstopper? Yes, a 108 megapixel camera. Wow, that's incredible, isn't it? Time for question number 4. Answer this question, a very simple one, using the 5 hashtags Redmi Note 10 Pro Max, Redmi Note 10 Pro, Redmi Note 10, 10 on 10, and I love Redmi Note, and get a chance to win Redmi Note 10 Pro Max. Let's talk about the technology that makes this huge resolution a possibility. As you might be knowing, ISOCELL HM2 is the 3rd generation of 108 MP camera sensor from Samsung, which gives the camera on Redmi Note 10 Pro Max a great level of detail. ISOCELL Plus technology makes the pixel in HM2 sensor more powerful and gives them the ability to produce vivid, lifelike colors. It also makes the sensor 15% thinner than the previous generation HM1 sensor. The 108 MP HM2 camera sensor comes with smart ISO technology. During daylight, it automatically selects low ISO to get high fidelity, color accurate images. And in low light conditions, it changes to high ISO settings to get clear, bright images without introducing excessive noise. HM2 also comes with 9-in-1 pixel binning technology, thus combining 9 pixels into one and forming a super pixel as big as 2.1 micron each. This allows faster image capturing, better low light performance, and even more detailed HDR pictures. Just take a look at some of the amazing pictures shot on 108MP camera sensor of Redmi Note 10 Pro Max. Now that's the big picture. The main shooter on Redmi Note 10 Pro Max is the 108MP third generation HM2 camera sensor. But what about the other lenses? With Redmi Note 8 Pro, we introduced the macro experience. And Redmi Note 9 Pro took it to a next level with a bigger 5 megapixel camera sensor. So we wondered, what can we do this time? And the answer is the new 5 megapixel super macro lens. This 5 megapixel super macro lens is a telephoto lens built into the macro lens that will allow you to get even closer to your subject than ever before. In fact, now you can go even 2 times closer as compared to Redmi Note 9 Pro Max. Let's look at some of the details on this image. It's like a whole new world altogether. The Redmi Note 10 Pro Max also comes with an 8MP ultra wide-angle lens. This will surely be a delight to all our landscaping enthusiasts. Just look at the great wide-angle pictures shot on Redmi Note 10 Pro Max. And of course, we can never do with enough portrait mode pictures ourselves. The fourth lens on the Redmi Note 10 Pro Max is a 2MP depth sensor, which gives you the extra added depth for that crisp bokeh mode in daylight or even during the night conditions. Now let's talk about the Redmi Note 10 Pro Max camera software. Apart from a groundbreaking AI algorithm that ensures true-to-life images, we also enhanced a host of new features to enable a new era of social media creators. We are happy to introduce the Night Mode 2.0 that will bring any nightscape alive. It uses multiple raw frames to create an image filled with details and a lot of clarity. Note how much better it is than the Night Mode 1.0. There are a lot more details and a much lesser grain. We are also introducing the Vlog mode for the first time on Redmi Note series. This will guide your creation of video content to the next. The super famous Magic Clone mode for the first time on a Redmi phone with Redmi Note 10 Pro Max. And as you can see, we have had a lot of fun playing with this feature in both photographs as well as great quality videos. We are also bringing the long exposure mode on Redmi Note 10 Pro Max that will help you unlock the photographic potential of everything from brilliant waterfalls to urbanscape photography too. And with the Video Pro mode, you will be able to shoot even better videos with complete control over all the aspects that go into making that excellent video. And we are once again bringing for the first time the dual video with which you will be able to record your reactions while shooting something else. And the best part, all of these features are baked right into the MIUI camera app on your favorite Redmi Note 10 Pro Max. Now we know how much we love taking selfies. I myself take a lot of selfies, and that's why we have paid special attention to the front camera. We are bringing one of the smallest punch hole cameras available in the industry today. It's a super tiny 2.96 mm in-display punch hole that's barely noticeable. And behind it, we have fit an improved 16MP camera sensor that packs a real photographic punch. With it, you can take stunning selfies wherever you want, whenever you want, at day or at night, with the spectacular night mode. So to sum it all up, we have the new third generation ISOCELL HM2 camera sensor with 108MP of resolution. We have a 5MP super macro lens with tele macro sensor, an 8MP ultra wide angle lens, and a 2MP depth sensor. And with all of this, we have a great built-in software with which you can take better pictures. We are introducing the Night Mode 2.0, long exposure modes, the super amazing Magic Clone mode, Vlog mode, Video Pro mode, and the dual video mode on Redmi Note 10 Pro Max. And finally, we also have a new 16MP selfie camera in a super small 2.96 mm punch hole. With all of these fantastic features, the new Redmi Note 10 Pro Max will give you an excuse to take super photos and videos anytime you like. I won't be exaggerating when I say this, that Redmi Note 10 Pro Max has the best camera in the mid-premium segment. Now let's move forward to the display. The Redmi Note series has made its name for its big screen experience. With each new Redmi Note, we have toiled to make this big screen experience better and better. We added IPS, made it Full HD, gave it HDR support and TUV certification. We even made the bezels thinner using chip-on-flex technology. So what's the next big step in this evolution? How can we take this big screen experience to a whole new level? Well, the new Redmi Note 10 Pro Max comes with a dazzling 16.9 centimeter, which is 6.6 inches, Super AMOLED display. Isn't that amazing? And this is one of the brightest displays that you can find in the smartphone industry. It has a peak brightness of 1200 nits, which is same as what you find on iPhone 12 Pro. And it also supports HDR10, and this translates to a huge visual dynamic range. It is also 100% DCI-P3, which means it has a massive range of over 1 billion colors to display. With these features, it will be like having a home theater screen in the palm of your hands. That's color and vibrancy taken care of. But what about the refresh rate? Wouldn't you want to experience something that's buttery smooth? Few days ago, our social media team made a tweet asking, what would you guys prefer? High refresh rate or an AMOLED display? Well, I would say this is 2021. So why not have both? So of course, on Redmi Note 10 Pro Max, we don't have 60 Hertz. No, we don't even have 90 Hertz. But happy to share, we are introducing 120 Hertz refresh rate on the Super AMOLED display of Redmi Note 10 Pro Max. 120 Hz is as smooth as it gets. Just compare it to the 60 Hz refresh rate. You will never ever feel like going back. So that's the display on Redmi Note 10 Pro Max. It's a 16.9 centimeter or 6.6 inches Full HD Super AMOLED display. It comes with 120 Hz refresh rate for max smoothness. It has a peak brightness of 1200 nits, 100% DCI-P3, HDR10 support. And again, I wouldn't be exaggerating if I were to say this is the best display available on a mid-premium smartphone in India. With these features, the Redmi Note series has taken a giant leap forward. Question number 5. This is a super simple one. I'm sure all of you guys will get it right. Answer it using the 5 hashtags and win a Redmi Note 10 Pro Max. Now let's talk about design. With Redmi Note 7 Pro, we introduced the Aura design. In Redmi Note 7 series, 8 series and 9 series were based on Aura design. But for the new Redmi Note 10 series, we wanted to bring about a radical change in our design language. And we call it Evol design. So why the name Evol? Because we have made it from our heart with a lot of love, and we are sure all of you guys will also love it. And hence, love spelled backwards is nothing but Evol. It's a huge leap forward, and we know you will absolutely love it. Under this new design philosophy, we have created 3 new premium colors that suit the new Redmi Note 10 Pro Max. These are vintage bronze, glacier blue, and the dark night. We have poured all our resources, all our heart into creating this gorgeous frosted glass back design. This is smudge-proof and non-slippery. When you hold this phone, you can truly feel that you are holding a piece of future tech. The 3D curved frosted glass body is custom cut for enhanced ergonomics, and it has a seamlessly designed fingerprint sensor on the side for ease of access. And for the first time, we have also introduced a double tap gesture on Redmi Note 10 Pro Max for activating Google Assistant, silent mode, control center, and a lot more. And we managed to pack all of this in this incredible phone while still maintaining a super light weight and making it super slim. Redmi Note 10 Pro Max weighs only 192 grams and is only 8.1 mm thin. That's much thinner than Redmi Note 9 Pro Max. It's literally as thin as a chocolate cookie. In the front, we have the super small 2.96 mm punch hole that is probably one of the smallest punch holes that you'll find in the industry. But we didn't stop there. The new Redmi Note 10 Pro Max also has dual speakers with high-res audio to give you a true stereo sound atmosphere. It also has a novel Z-axis haptic motor that contributes to the premium feel. And together they enhance the immersive experience for every user. To sum it up, the Redmi Note 10 Pro Max comes with the brilliant new Evol design, something that all of you guys will love. It comes in 3 beautiful new colors, a frosted glass back, a 3D curved glass body that is super slim and light, one of the smallest in-display punch hole selfie cameras, dual stereo speakers, and Z-axis haptics that offers complete immersion. Altogether, this represents a whole new design that we are calling it as Evol. And I will not be exaggerating when I say this is the best design that you can find in the mid-premium segment. Now is the time for question number 6. Answer it using the 5 hashtags, and of course, get a chance to win a brand new Redmi Note 10 Pro Max. So what about the performance? The Redmi Note 10 Pro Max comes with flagship features such as 108MP camera and the 120Hz Super AMOLED display. So of course, it needs the performance that meets its high standards. Last year, we introduced the Qualcomm Snapdragon 700 series processor for the first time on a Redmi Note with Redmi Note 9 Pro Max. And this year, we are taking it even further. And that's why we have decided that the Redmi Note 10 Pro Max will come with Qualcomm's latest Snapdragon 732G. This makes the Redmi Note 10 Pro Max the most powerful Note ever. Qualcomm Snapdragon 732G is one of the latest 700 series processors from Qualcomm. In fact, Redmi Note 10 Pro Max is only the 3rd smartphone in the world and 2nd smartphone in the country to come with this powerful processor. This great processor is based on 8nm process technology and its amazing octa-core Cryo 470 clocks up to 2.3 GHz. Its Spectra 350 image signal processor is what enables a flagship 108MP camera. One of the biggest advantages of this 732G processor is the gaming ability that you gain through its incredible Adreno 618 GPU with Snapdragon Elite Gaming. Qualcomm Snapdragon 732G also brings a host of Snapdragon Elite Gaming features such as Qualcomm Game Junk Reducer, Vulkan 1.1 graphic driver, and anti-cheat extensions. It even has true HDR gaming with 10-bit color depth. In fact, it is 15% better in graphic performance as compared to 730G and significantly better than 720G. The 732G processor outperforms the 720G and 730G by a huge margin when it comes to Antutu scores. All in all, a gaming experience that all our Mi fans will absolutely love. You also get up to 8GB of LPDDR4X RAM and up to 128GB of UFS 2.2 storage. And we also have a 2+1 dedicated micro SD card slot that you can use to extend up to 512GB. So you will never lag behind or run out of space on your favorite Redmi Note 10 Pro Max. And of course, we have included the latest OS that all of you guys will love, MIUI 12 based on Android 11. And that's not all. The Redmi Note 10 Pro Max will be one of the first devices to be upgraded to the new and improved MIUI 12.5. With the new MIUI 12.5, now you can uninstall or remove majority of the system apps, thus giving you the higher control over your OS. Compared to the rest of the smartphone industry, MIUI 12.5 has the least number of non-removable or non-uninstallable apps, thus making it the cleanest experience ever on a Redmi smartphone. So to summarize, the Redmi Note 10 Pro Max comes with the latest Qualcomm Snapdragon 732G processor. It has Adreno 618 GPU, up to 8GB of LPDDR4X RAM. It will come with MIUI 12 on Android 11 and will be soon upgraded to MIUI 12.5. This will mean that you will have an incredible experience every time, whether you are taking a 108MP picture or playing intense games on your Super AMOLED display. Question number 7. This is a super easy one. Answer it using the 5 hashtags on any of the social media platforms and get a chance to win a brand new Redmi Note 10 Pro Max. Don't forget to use the 5 hashtags. Now let's talk about the battery. Any device packed with so many top-notch features will definitely require a solid battery. And not just a large one, but also a fast charging one. The all-new Redmi Note 10 Pro Max comes with a huge 5020 mAh battery. It will easily last for 2 days under regular usage conditions and more than a day under heavy usage conditions. And when you do need to charge the phone, it comes with a 33-watt fast charger in the box that will get the job done in a jiffy. In fact, this 33-watt fast charger charges the phone up to 59% in just 30 minutes and reaches a full 100% in only 75 minutes. This is the same big battery experience that all of you guys loved on Redmi Note 9 Pro Max. However, we still managed to make the Redmi Note 10 Pro Max a lot lighter and thinner. In fact, it is 16 grams lighter and 0.7 mm thinner as compared to Redmi Note 9 Pro Max, while giving you the same 2-day battery experience that everyone loves. Now let's talk about quality. Quality is one of the 3 brand pillars at Redmi India, and we have been rated as the #1 quality smartphone brand for 2 consecutive years by Red Quanta. The all-new Redmi Note 10 Pro Max carries the same legacy of very high quality standards. It comes with dual light sensors, one on the front and one on the back. They can detect a change of lighting conditions all around across 360 degrees. This adjusts the brightness on your Super AMOLED display, thus giving you the best possible viewing experience. The front Super AMOLED display is also protected with Corning Gorilla Glass 5, which makes the screen safe from any accidental scratches or drops. We also have dual graphite sheets on the Redmi Note 10 Pro Max that will be very helpful in managing the thermals, especially in the upcoming summer season. And of course, the all-new Redmi Note 10 Pro Max is also splash-proof. And not just this, we also have something that only Xiaomi provides. Yes, we also have an IR blaster, and you can use it to operate thousands of devices in your home. And not just this, every single Redmi Note 10 Pro Max comes with a pre-installed screen guard and with a case inside the box. To summarize, the all-new Redmi Note 10 Pro Max is a stellar phone. It brings all the flagship features in the mid-premium segment. It comes with a flagship 108MP camera sensor, a 5-megapixel super macro lens, and a host of other camera software features for the first time on a Redmi phone. It has a brilliant 120Hz Super AMOLED display with a peak brightness of 1200 nits and comes with HDR10. It is a gorgeous phone with Evol design that comes with frosted glass back. It is slimmer and lighter than ever. It is powered by one of the most powerful Qualcomm Snapdragon 700 series processors, Qualcomm Snapdragon 732G, and comes with Adreno 618 GPU. It has a massive 2-day 5020 mAh battery with 33 watt of fast charging. As you can see, we pushed all the boundaries with this smartphone, and you can see the incredible results for yourself. Presenting the all-new Redmi Note 10 Pro Max.
To others. The pursuit may go on around the clock, but the power pushes you to work against it. And to truly pursue power, one must look for it in the calm before the storm.
Pro along with Redmi Note 10 Pro Max. So let's get into the details. We have ensured that Redmi Note 10 Pro gives you the same immersive experience with barely any compromises and the same great features as Redmi Note 10 Pro Max. Redmi Note 10 Pro also comes with the same great 120Hz Super AMOLED display with peak brightness of 1200 nits and HDR10 support. It has a phenomenal 64-megapixel quad camera array with super macro and ultra-wide lenses. It has an identical Qualcomm Snapdragon 732G processor and the Adreno 618 GPU. And it also comes with the same 2-day 5020 mAh battery and also a 33-watt fast charger in the box. It comes with the Evol design that all of you guys will love. It comes with frosted glass back design and is also available in the same 3-color variant. And it also offers stereo speakers and Z-axis haptic feedback. So there you have it, a device that matches up to the best out there in the market. So that's the Redmi Note 10 Pro for all of you guys. And that's not all. We have another big release coming for all of you guys. And to take you through it, let's bring on stage Murli Krishnan, COO of MI India. Over to you, Murli.
Thanks a lot, Manu. Hi guys, my name is Murli and I'm here to talk about a very special launch. Our fans know that we at Redmi are constantly striving to deliver the highest performance with the best quality at an honest pricing. And one device, the Classic Note, has always been an all-round champion and a best-selling device in its category for this very reason. We are proud to introduce to you today the new champion, the Redmi Note 10. You are absolutely going to love this phone. Let's start by talking about its design. The new Note 10 follows the same tenets of Evol design and aims to create a fantastic end result from improving the little things. The Redmi Note 10 will be available in 3 gorgeous colors: the aqua green, the frost white, and the shadow black. And no prizes for guessing. My favorite is the aqua green. Just look at those beauties. It'll also have easy-to-access side-mounted fingerprint sensor with fantastic double-tap gestures to your voice assistant and to the control center, etc. And of course, that sleek 3D curved back as well. Guided by the thought of Evol design, we were able to make the Redmi Note 10 20.2 grams lighter and 0.6 millimeter thinner than the Redmi Note 9. And then when we thought about the display, we asked ourselves, why should Pro have all the fun? So we decided to make the Redmi Note 10 with a 16.33 centimeter, which is a 6.43-inch Super AMOLED display. That's right, for the very first time, the classic Redmi Note comes with a Super AMOLED display, and that too, a full HD screen with a peak brightness of 1100 nits, which is 2x the brightness of the previous generation Redmi Note 9. Here's question number 8 on your screen right now. Answer it all day with those 5 hashtags and you'll stand a chance to win an amazing Redmi Note 10 Pro Max. It also has 100% DCI P3 color gamut support, which means over 1 billion colors are possible, and a whopping 4.5 million (1) contrast ratio, which means a huge dynamic range between black and white, and a 180 Hz touch sampling rate for reduced input lag while gaming. But we didn't just stop at the display. We wanted to make this device as immersive as possible. And quite obviously, sound is a very important part of it. So we retained the high-res audio dual stereo speakers, which make you feel as if you're right in the middle of the action. We also improved the haptic feedback with the new Z-axis motor to provide a fresher, more engaging experience, which enables over 150 different vibration patterns for calls, messages, notifications, and so on. And we have a 360-degree ambient light sensor that helps adjust the brightness of your screen automatically, regardless of whether it's in the middle of the night when you're picking up the phone to check your notification or you're outdoors in bright sunlight. It also comes with Corning's Gorilla Glass 3 to protect the phone from unwanted scratches, and we have pre-applied a screen guard out of the box. So once again, to sum up the Evol design features on the phone comes in 3 gorgeous colors: the aqua green, frost white, and shadow black. It'll come with the side-mounted fingerprint sensor and that beautiful 3D curved back. It has a brilliant 16.33 centimeter, which is 6.43-inch Full HD Super AMOLED display with 1100 nits of peak brightness and that 100% DCI P3 color gamut support. It has full immersion with the dual stereo speakers and Z-axis haptics. And of course, it has loads of fun-filled and utility-based features. And all these things together make the Redmi Note 10 the actual champion. Now, a design like that will of course require performance to match, which is why we are proud to unveil for the first time in India the Qualcomm Snapdragon 678. If you guys thought you liked the Snapdragon 675 in some of our previous phones, you will absolutely love its successor, the 678. The Snapdragon 678 comes with the octa-core Cryo 460, which clocks up to 2.2 gigahertz. It comes with an Adreno 612 GPU, which runs at 895 megahertz, making your gaming experience even more smoother. It'll also have the Qualcomm Spectra 250L ISP to handle all of your photos and process them a lot faster. Let's compare the 678 to the Snapdragon 675 and the Helio G85. Just look at how the 678 absolutely leaps beyond both of them. And of course, to regulate the thermals, we have designed the Redmi Note 10 with dual layer of graphite sheet to ensure that the phone is comfortable to hold regardless of extreme performance conditions. It has up to 6 GB of LPDDR4X RAM and up to 128 GB of UFS 2.2 storage, along with a 2+1 SIM card slot with a dedicated space for a micro SD card, which can support up to 512 GB of expandable storage. This makes the Redmi Note 10 capable of handling any task with ease. The device comes with MIUI 12, which is based on the latest Android 11 OS for a smooth user experience. And soon, it'll have the new and improved MIUI 12.5. With it, you will have even more control than ever before, with uninstallable apps, removable apps, along with the core apps. So to sum it up, the new Redmi Note 10 will have the Qualcomm Snapdragon 678 processor with the Adreno 612 GPU, up to 6 GB of RAM, 128 GB of storage, the new MIUI 12, a champion performance from a champion smartphone. So we've spoken about the design, we've spoken about the performance. Did you think we forgot about the camera? Of course not. The Redmi Note 10 continues the trend of providing one of the best cameras in the mid-premium segment. It has a 48 megapixel primary camera with the Sony IMX582 sensor that can capture amazing photographs and videos. Just look at the level of detail out there. We have also included an 8 megapixel ultra wide lens for those beautiful scenic shots and landscapes. It also comes with a 2 megapixel macro lens for getting absolutely close and a 2 megapixel depth sensor for those stunning portrait shots. And even if the lighting conditions around you aren't that great, our night mode software does an incredible job of making every picture come to life, even in dimly lit conditions. And if you're a selfie fan, you'll be able to impress everyone with our 13 megapixel in-display punch hole camera housed behind a tiny 3.54 mm in-display punch hole. Actually, you wouldn't believe how something so small could be so good. So once again, we have a 48 megapixel primary camera, an 8 megapixel ultra wide lens, a 2 megapixel macro, and a 2 megapixel depth sensor with a 13 megapixel in-display punch hole camera with phenomenal night mode software. To shoulder the load of a high-performance phone like this, we obviously need a heavy-duty battery, which is why the Redmi Note 10 comes with a 5000 mAh battery. That's hours and hours of peak performance without having to think about the charger. Not just that, when you do have to charge, you won't have to wait too long. And that's because the Redmi Note 10 also comes with a 33-watt fast charger in the box. It charges the phone to a full 100% in just 74 minutes, and in just half an hour takes the phone from 0 to 67%, which would last pretty much for an entire day. With this large battery and fast charging, you'll no longer be stuck waiting for the phone to charge. Question number 9 on the screen right now, quite an easy one. Get on your social media channels and answer it all day. Here are the main features of our champion phone once again. The Redmi Note 10 has a 16.33 centimeters, which is a 6.43-inch Full HD Super AMOLED display with a peak brightness of 1100 nits. It has a 48 megapixel quad camera setup with a Sony IMX582 sensor, also supporting an ultra-wide and macro lenses. It comes with India's first Qualcomm Snapdragon 678 processor and Adreno 612 GPU, which lets you watch, game and record at your heart's desire. It has a 5000 mAh battery with a 33-watt fast charger in the box. Presenting the Redmi Note 10, the new champion. Now, before we move on, all of you know how obsessed we are with providing you with the highest quality, which means we will always go that extra mile in designing for India, and you'll find all this and more in the Redmi Note 10 series. All the phones in the series come with a 3.5mm headphone jack, so you don't have to worry about those annoying converters and adapters, an IR blaster to turn your phone into a remote control, dual layer graphite sheets to ensure that the thermals on your phone are regulated. All of them have a splash-proof design and come with rubberized seals and corrosion-resistant ports. They also have surge protection in the charging adapter to ensure your smartphone's long life and safety. And to add to all of this, they also come with auto-cleaning speakers so that dust doesn't jar your audio performance. That's the promise of Redmi, products and devices that are built to last. Now, having concluded that, let's call back on stage our main man Manu for the most awaited section of the launch.
Thank you so much, Murli. That was a great presentation. So these are the three incredible devices that we are launching today: Redmi Note 10 Pro Max, Redmi Note 10 Pro, and the Redmi Note 10. These are probably the best mid-premium devices that you can buy in the Indian smartphone industry today. The Redmi Note 10 Pro Max brings the flagship experience in the mid-premium segment. It has many features that you can't even buy at 30,000 or even 40,000 rupees. It comes with a flagship 108 megapixel camera sensor with a 5 MP of super macro lens and a bunch of great camera software features that all of you guys will love. Features such as Night Mode 2.0, Magic Clone, long exposure modes, dual video, and a lot more. It also has a vibrant 120Hz Super AMOLED display with a peak brightness of 1200 nits. It comes with an all-new Evol design and boasts a beautiful frosted glass back in 3 gorgeous colors. It has a superior Qualcomm Snapdragon 732G processor and an Adreno 618 GPU that the gamers will absolutely love. It has a massive 2-day battery, a 5020 mAh battery with 33-watt fast charger in the box. And yet, we managed to make the phone significantly slimmer and lighter. It also provides a truly immersive experience with its stereo speakers and Z-axis haptics. And it is a massive upgrade over the Redmi Note 9 Pro Max. And as you can see, we have upgraded almost every single thing. The 64 megapixel primary camera becomes 108 megapixel primary camera. The 5 megapixel macro becomes 5 megapixel super macro. The processor gets upgraded from 720G to 732G. The LCD panel becomes Super AMOLED, 60 Hz, 120 Hz, 450 nits, 1200 nits, same battery and charging experience, and yet we have made the phone significantly slimmer and lighter. A massive upgrade over the Redmi Note 9 Pro Max. Now let's look at the Redmi Note 10 Pro. The Redmi Note 10 Pro is just as amazing. It has almost every single thing that Redmi Note 10 Pro Max has. It has the same great 120Hz Super AMOLED display with 1200 nits of peak brightness. It has the same powerful Qualcomm Snapdragon 732G processor with Adreno 618 GPU. It has a phenomenal 64 megapixel quad camera array with super macro and ultra wide lenses. It also comes with 5020 mAh battery and 33 watt of fast charging. It also comes with the same Evol design with frosted glass back and is available in the same 3 color variants. This device also carries the same immersive experience with dual speakers and Z-axis haptic, and it is a massive upgrade over the Redmi Note 9 Pro. We have upgraded almost every single thing. 48 megapixel primary camera to 64 megapixel primary camera, 5 megapixel macro to 5 megapixel super macro, Qualcomm Snapdragon 720G to Qualcomm Snapdragon 732G, the LCD panel to Super AMOLED, 450 nits to 1200 nits, 60 Hz refresh rate to 120 Hz refresh rate, 18 watt fast charging to 33 watt fast charging, the all new Evol design, and much slimmer and lighter. So that's the Redmi Note 10 Pro for all of you guys. Finally, we have a new champion, the Redmi Note 10. The all-new Redmi Note 10 has a 16.33 centimeter, which is 6.43 inches, Full HD Super AMOLED display with a peak brightness of 1100 nits. It has an amazing 48 megapixel quad camera setup with Sony IMX582 and an ultra-wide and a macro lens. This is the first smartphone to be launched with Qualcomm Snapdragon 678 in India and Adreno 612 GPU. It has a 5000 mAh battery with 33 watt fast charger in the box. And this is a massive upgrade over the Redmi Note 9. We have once again upgraded almost every single thing. LCD panel becomes AMOLED, 450 nits to 1100 nits, 48 megapixel to 48 megapixel Sony IMX582, from G85 to Qualcomm Snapdragon 678, 18 watt of fast charging to 33 watt of fast charging, the all new Evol design, and we have made it significantly lighter and thinner. So these are the 3 amazing devices that we are launching today. Now let's get to the part that all of you guys have been waiting for, the honest price of these 3 incredible devices. But before we get to the prices, let's quickly look at how do they compare vis-a-vis competition. But honestly speaking, I don't think there's any competition to either of these devices. They're probably the best in each of their segments. In fact, if you look at Redmi Note 10 Pro Max, I can't think of any other device, even up to 30,000 or 40,000, which is even comparable. We have put few devices here, but as you can see, Redmi Note 10 Pro Max has no comparison. It is the only device with the flagship 108 megapixel camera sensor. It has a Super AMOLED display with 120 Hz of refresh rate and a peak brightness of 1200 nits. It comes with Qualcomm Snapdragon 732G and a lot more. So what should be the honest price of Redmi Note 10 Pro Max? Redmi Note 10 Pro Max is being launched in 3 different memory variants: 6GB, 64GB, 6GB, 128GB, and 8GB of RAM and 128GB of storage. And the 6GB, 64GB is being launched at only rupees 18,999. The 6GB, 128GB is being launched at only rupees 19,999. And the 8GB, 128GB will sell for only rupees 21,999. Now let's look at Redmi Note 10 Pro. Once again, I don't think there is any competition to this device. This is the only device in this price segment to come with Qualcomm Snapdragon 732G, a Super AMOLED display with 120 Hz of refresh rate and 1200 nits of peak brightness and a lot of other features. This is probably the best device in the segment. Redmi Note 10 Pro is being launched in 3 memory variants: 6GB, 64GB, 6GB, 128GB, and 8GB, 128GB. 6GB, 64GB is being launched at only rupees 15,999. 6GB, 128GB at only rupees 16,999. And the 8GB, 128GB at only rupees 18,999. Now let's look at Redmi Note 10, the new champion. I once again think there's no competition for this device. If you look at the competition devices, it is significantly better. It is the first phone in the country to be launched with Qualcomm Snapdragon 678. It has a Super AMOLED display with the peak brightness of 1100 nit. It comes with a 33 watt of fast charging and host of other features. And we are launching Redmi Note 10 in two different memory variants with 4GB and 64GB and 6GB and 128GB. And the honest price of 4GB, 64GB is rupees 11,999, and the honest price of 6GB, 128GB is only rupees 13,999. So when and where can you buy these incredible smartphones? All of these three phones, Redmi Note 10 Pro Max, Redmi Note 10 Pro and Redmi Note 10, will be available on me.com, Amazon.in, and our Mi Home stores, and will be soon available across tens of thousands of our retail partners. The first sale of Redmi Note 10 is on 16th of March, a Tuesday, on me.com, Amazon.in, and Mi Home stores. Redmi Note 10 Pro, the first sale on 17th of March, and Redmi Note 10 Pro Max, the first sale is on 18th of March, Thursday. Not just this, we also have amazing, exciting launch offers worth thousands of rupees. Go and check out me.com, India's #1 and most loved single brand e-commerce platform, for more details. Now, before we go, we would also like to introduce two new amazing products for the safety of your smartphone. All three smartphones come with Corning Gorilla Glass protection, but sometimes still the glass can break because of accidental damage. And hence, we're happy to introduce the Mi Screen Protect, an insurance plan for your smartphone. Don't forget to buy it from me.com or any of our 10,000 plus retail partners. We're also happy to introduce the Mi Protective Glass, a screen protector accessory, and probably the only one in today from the house of Corning. It comes with superior damage protection, 9-edge hardness, and bubble-free installation. Once again, you can buy it from me.com or any of our retail partners. So get the perfect protection for your smartphone today. The last question, guys. Now is the time for the last question, guys. Question number 10, and probably one of the easiest questions that you have seen today. Answer this question using the 5 hashtags and get a chance to win a brand new Redmi Note 10 Pro Max. Remember, you can answer all these 10 questions during the day on any of your favorite platforms such as Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Don't forget to use the 5 hashtags Redmi Note 10 Pro Max, Redmi Note 10 Pro, Redmi Note 10, 10 on 10, and I love Redmi Note to win the incredible new Redmi Note 10 Pro Max. That's all for the Redmi Note 10 series launch. Thank you so much everyone for joining us today and watching the launch event. But before we say goodbye, there's something special that we want to share with all of you guys. Last year, our Redmi brand took a huge step forward towards its journey into new categories. We began our Phone Plus strategy, and we launched many new product categories such as power banks, TWS, and the fitness band. And this year, in 2021, we are proud to introduce something bigger.